Hello everyone, this is WEB3 Game. Today we'll talk about Universe 2 where the stats don't matter. Alright, as long as the bees in Universe 2 is concerned, you have a lot of buff. Like when you add a moon dust or a star dust pollen for breeding, the stats of the bee are like, let me show you what I mean. Let's say go here, bees archive. See this, so the stats are like 250, 240, 260. It's like heavy. So, and then like, you see this, I always use a Stardust pollen, uh, Stardust pollen, and I always use a mythic. Uh, Even when I do a hatching, it's mostly, I did a lot of hatching to test some things. So, this is also mythic. So, in Universe 1, uh, every bee is unique and its stats really matter in what it does in a mission. So when you put a bee, which is for harvesting or hunting, the stats uh, have a direct impact on how much it brings or how quick it collects. So more the capacity, more the honey it brings, and higher the agility, quicker it collects. And when it comes to hunting, you have a highest luck, means it's going to collect. It's going to snipe or get higher priority in getting the honeypot. So whatever is happening in Universe 1 is all individual stats of the bee. But in Universe 2, the basic concepts are wrapped around extraction score. So one bee having good stats doesn't mean anything. The reason why it is like this is like all mission parameters are based on generation and the number of upgrade slots it has. So, for example, let's say I may not have a level 10. Let me see. Cocarro. Curious. Maybe I have some things here. Yeah. So I have a B here. So basically, this B is worse than any other than a level 20 B. All right. It doesn't matter what stats it is. The stats only matter for the team power, where team power has nothing to do with what kind of rewards you get from a land. So the reason everything is set like this is to make sure you use the highest possible generation for explore or siege, wherever you're sending them. So uh, put this in perspective. Let's go here. Siege mission. Extraction score. So each B deployed contributes to your extraction score, affects the reward. Okay. 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 All right. So the generation, let's check the generation. When they say hatched, it means a level 10. When they say max level bred queen, uh, it means uh, it means level 20. So if I hatch a Gen 1, which will be level 10 with no upgrades, will have lesser extraction score than a level 20 bred bee with level 20 levels in it. The difference is 0.10. But I can actually use this item called Sunburst and make it equal. So if I go upgrade this and put Sunburst, like 10 Sunburst to this will have an equal extraction score of the same thing, or same bee of this caliber. even though the stats, let's say, not that's not a good example, probably. Okay. So even though the stats are very good, the relatively very good stats, uh, it doesn't matter. The extraction score for an average 240 and an extraction score for average 185 is the same. So why do you need such powerful bees? So these bees are good for defending your lab. Let's face it. The 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 whole idea of defending or attacking to find a good land is is a bottomless pit. That's the best way I can put it. The reason why I say this is like there will always be better teams. There will always be uh, uh, higher team powers which can take you out. And even if you have a 50K team power, and if you go against a 50K team power, it doesn't mean that you will be able to defeat it. It will be a 50-50 chance. If you match the same team power, it will be a 50-50 chance. So I don't see any point in. So the extraction score is always based on the upgrade level and the upgraded number of upgrades it has. So uh, I came to this conclusion that every level, let's say for example, a generation one, a hatch is 0.35, and if you put 10 more levels, it's 0.45. So it's zero point 0.1 per level. So um, if you upgrade it, it will have a zero point 0.1 increase, is my understanding as well. So if I put 20 upgrades into this, my extraction score goes up by zero point 0.2, I think. But nevertheless, whatever upgrades you put in a bee, it does not matter. All it needs is to be level 20. You can just put all recovery if you want, so that you get the bees back quicker. Uh, that's how I've been doing for some of these things. You see, there is like the recovery is 600, so I need my chase bee to come back so that I can send it on explore again. So you can strategize these things like based on what you want. And there are bees. I have like literally put what is it? Let's say, uh, yeah. You see, this is level 20, but the stats are like extremely bad. That's because I used common upgrades on these things, some of these things, because the purpose of these are to go in lower zones and sit there. And as long as it hits 1 or 2 hours in a land, I'm happy. Because how much do you spend on hunt in U1? You spend on an average 1 HXT per honey pot, which is already underwhelming, right? But if I'm putting a level 20 Gen 1B with the highest extraction score, my value for spending, say, if I'm putting that in a zone 4, I'm spending 1.2, and possibly, let me see, um, let's see, this one. So this is a zone 5. Zone 5, how much is it? Okay, 1.6. For 1.6, if I'm allowed to sit in a land for 2 hours, for every siege reward I'm getting, it's zero point 0.4 for 2 hours. If I'm kicked out exactly in 1 hour, my expense for using that for siege is zero point 0.8. It's still less than what you would spend on Universe 1 hunting. So I don't mind getting kicked out in 1 hour or 2 hours. I am more worried about how much value I get from an asset I'm putting it on siege. So uh, at least this is my strategy. Uh, I do have some big teams. because I did compete on leaderboard, and I did find attacking was more interesting. But to be honest, it's just not worth it. If you put good generation bees in any drop quality higher than 50, you are you are getting good amount of results. Almost everything is around 50 to 70 is where I'm staying. See, there is a honeypot from jackpot from 1766. Let's see, what is 1766? 1766 is a zone 6. Okay. But still, I'm mostly mixing and matching. I'm not rushing on these things. At least these days. Let's say what we get. It's a 50. So whatever I've spent for today on sending on siege, it's already been paid back with just one honeypot, not honeypot, jackpot. So there are days I would get like 500, 800, even 1,000, 1,500. So it's a no-brainer to put more upgrades in bees as much as possible than being worried about, oh, this is not a big team. If I get kicked in 1 hour, it's still fine. As long as you find the land empty, you just go grab it. I can show you a lot of people who does that. So let me show you some examples. So I have my bookmarks for most of zone 6. You see here, 20K. He did find an empty land, 22. And then they put a shield. They're happy for 2 hours and it's already being paid back. 23, 22, 30, 31, 26, 20. So you just need to strategize based on what you're looking for. If you want to compete on leaderboard, yes, you have to put a lot of shards, cosmetics, and keep chasing. I made some videos on leaderboard chasing. If you see, I'm just taking a chill route, and I'm still on the ninth rank because all through the day I'm actually rotating my bees in big uh, poison tolerance lands. So, and another thing is, like, if you think these bees with high base stats are good enough for new one, no, they can't be, because all these stats will be cut by 50% by the time you or when you send it on a mission and you one. So, say for example, if you have an agility of 1,000, it's only worth 500 there. And remember, capacity has no role, zero role in all of universe 2. So stats don't matter in universe 2. So as a whole, my advice for someone who's starting to build teams, the priorities should be generation, number of slots available, ideally 20, and upgrades of any kind to fill the slots. So with these three, you are getting the maximum possible in siege, and your bees can actually get maximum value from explore as well. So don't be stuck with stats of the bee, or should I use mythic or legendary upgrades? What upgrades do I use? All that is for a different type of gameplay. But if you are only trying to get items and that's all you care about, then these are the things I will worry about and concentrate on that. So I would still say, at any given point at this form of game, stats don't matter in YouTube. All right. So that's it for me today. I hope you learned something or took away something new from this video. Um, I was missing for a while because I was in London meeting the team. It was wonderful. Wish you made it, or you should make it next time if there was a meetup somewhere close to your place. It's a wonderful community, and it's been an amazing time meeting the teammates. Zups up and subscribe if you haven't. Have a lovely day, evening, week, weekend, whenever you're watching. Bye bye.